Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Please subscribe, guys. It really does help with the algorithm, and a thumbs up never hurts as well. I got Bitcoin up here, and wow, take a look at that, guys. It is getting very, very close to all-time high. As we know, all-time high for Bitcoin, at least on this exchange, was $64,895. And just over the last day, we saw yesterday Bitcoin hit a high of $64,499. And today, so far, $64,382 per BTC. So you can see that up there. Bitcoin just really kind of teasing us up here, trying to get above that. And so, you know, this is going to be really now at this point. We've passed that 0.702 a long time ago. At this point, we're going to see what it's going to look like if we breach that all-time high. I could foresee two possible situations, and I feel like we're going to see a dramatic move in either case. Either we hit it and we blast right up through to the top with conviction, and then we just see a fury of activity, or we test it, butt up against it, and see a sharp correction down. So this is where we're at right now, guys, and you know, we still really haven't technically hit that all-time high for Bitcoin, not yet, not dollar to dollar. That's the story for Bitcoin in the altcoin space. We have still yet to see many of these altcoins move. Of course, the story right now is Bitcoin. I got XRP up here right now, and as you guys can see, XRP still trading in and around $1.10, give or take. So not too much movement here for XRP. But this story really has turned, guys. It is about Bitcoin at this moment in time. We can see Bitcoin is the leader of the pack. Everybody's eyes are on Bitcoin at this moment in time. But the altcoin market's staying relatively flat, but not for long, of course. Once money flows into Bitcoin, once people get tired of the main cryptocurrency, that money tends to flow out and move into altcoins. So at this point, we are just now waiting to see what Bitcoin's next move is going to be. Shifting gears to some Ripple news. This from Ant1. I haven't heard too much from Ant159694954 in a while. Bank Ripple announces opening of seed round whitelist registration, debuting first decentralized exchange to run on Ripple, guys. So this is coming out of Singapore, a platform that opens up payments for XRP in a safe and simple way for users. The Bank Ripple ecosystem will include a DEX, wallet, NFT marketplace, and NFT game, which will be the world's first 3D game DeFi. Bank Ripple is the future of the NFT marketplace, remarked the founder. The decentralized exchange allows swaps for startups investing in the Bank Ripple ecosystem and permits users to view, auction, or sell digital work or collections. Bank Ripple is also one of the most successful NFT projects when it comes to the quality data platform and easy to access play-to-earn mechanisms they added. So this is a brand new thing coming out of Singapore, guys. We've got a lot of news today. There is a lot to touch on. Wanted to thank Ant1 for bringing that to our attention. Another one I saw from Ant1 today, this coming out of the Middle East, and this has to do with Al Ansari Exchange. They're enabling cross-border remittances to Malaysia on RippleNet, and they're doing this with Money Match. So Al Ansari Exchange, the UAE-based foreign exchange and worldwide money transfer company, expanded its partnership with Ripple to deliver cross-border payments. Al Ansari Exchange will leverage RippleNet Cloud, Ripple's global cloud-based financial network technology, to connect with leading money transfer technology company Money Match. Through RippleNet Cloud, Al Ansari will provide same-day remittances with Money Match. This service will initially support transfers done in Malaysian ringgit. RippleNet Cloud allows banks and financial institutions to move away from aging and expensive legacy on-premise infrastructures and embrace the flexibility, speed, and resilience of cloud computing without the burden of hardware management. So we've heard a lot about developments in the Middle East, in the United Arab Emirates specifically, and this particular story has to do with the Al Ansari Exchange. In the UAE, we know Ripple is very integrated in that part of the world, and in the UAE in particular. But it's great to see this particular kind of relationship because Money Match as well is a Ripple partner. So when you have Ripple partners partnering up with other Ripple partners, this is what's going to create a more robust ecosystem, and where we're going to see utility of XRP, I think, thrive the most, at least at the beginning. As you guys can see from this article here, this is from Ripple's official webpage here. They do mention Money Match. Money Match and Ripple make it cheaper and faster for Malaysian SMEs to pay global suppliers. So I'll link that in the description if you guys are interested. I'm going to move along though, guys. The Cryptic Poet posted this just in. Terrapay teams up with Ripple partner Lulu Exchange to power real-time cross-border transfers from the UAE to key global markets. So another one happening in the United Arab Emirates. This has to do with Terrapay, a global payments infrastructure company, today announced the partnership with Lulu International Exchange, part of the Lulu Financial Group, a leading global financial services provider. This strategic collaboration will enable Lulu's customers to network key global corridors such as the USA, Canada, the subcontinent countries, key African countries like Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, Uganda, Nigeria, China, Vietnam, Indonesia, Europe, with SEPA payments, and the United Kingdom to receive secure and low-cost cross-border money transfers from the UAE. So huge news here, a lot of connectivity to a lot of different markets around the world. This partnership will allow Terrapay to access Lulu Exchange, their 5 million plus customer base. And according to a World Bank report, the UAE was the second largest source of remittances globally in the year 2020. So the United Arab Emirates, number 2 in the world for global remittances. And it looks like Saudi Arabia was number 3. Lulu International Exchange, with one of the largest networks and agents and an impressive base of captive customers using the Lulu Money app, remains at the forefront of cross-border remittances in the Middle East region. So it is no surprise to me that they are number 2, followed by Saudi Arabia, another Middle Eastern country, considering we know Ripple's influence in the Middle East. And again, I don't think this is a coincidence. I think that since they have integrated, since they have come on board with RippleNet, this is just making these remittances that much easier, and therefore, you know, the public will eventually realize that. They'll realize, look, I can send money very easily, so they will start using the services more and more. And of course, during the pandemic, we were seeing that more and more, right? People sending money home, more people sending electronic transfers. The utilization of cash has, you know, by consequence declined as well. And the other thing that I wanted to point out, similar with this particular story, as is with the last story here, Money Match and Al Ansari Exchange, is that both of these companies, again, Terrapay and Lulu International Exchange, are both Ripple customers as well. So they do not mention Ripple in this article. Let me just do a quick search for that. No, they do not mention Ripple in this article. However, it is only us in the XRP community that can put these kinds of things together just because we already have that background information. Ripple is partners with Terrapay and Lulu International Exchange. So this is part of that flywheel effect, giving the XRPL more value as these partnerships continue forward. Gonna keep going, guys. Another one from the Cryptic Poet. Ripple partner Novati to acquire Malaysia Payments fintech ATX, recognized as a top 50 rising startup in Southeast Asia. And Novati, they were a big one for Ripple. Ripple did acquire part of that company. So Ripple has a special vested interest in Novati. Some of the highlights here: Novati to acquire Malaysia Payments fintech ATX. As I'd mentioned, large established payments network, including 30,000 plus touch points in Malaysia. The revenue is about $3 million and EBITDA is about 600,000. Valuation multiple of 2.8 times normalized annual revenue. Minimum 8.4 million acquisition price by the way of cash and Novati shares. And this enables Novati to scale the existing ATX business, introduce additional Novati services such as billing, and further expand across Southeast Asia. And again, they enable businesses to pay and be paid, and they're pleased to announce that they will acquire ATX, a leading Southeast Asian payments fintech based in Malaysia. So another Ripple partner here, looking to get bigger, looking to expand their partnerships and their acquisitions. Business means growing, and you know, in this increasingly growing global market, these companies have to play ball, right? They're going to see their competitors doing the same thing, so they have to grow as well. Of course, with the upper hand of leveraging RippleNet, these guys are already on the right track and already have a leg up. In my opinion, that is obviously very subjective, but I think they do, just, you know, based on what we know, what Ripple can deliver, and what they've already delivered to date. So I wanted to thank the Cryptic Poet for posting that. Another one here, guys, from Poochie1967 here on Twitter. I told you there was a lot of Ripple partner news today. CGI teams up with Bank of Montreal and National Bank of Canada. So this is happening in Canada, guys. According to a press release, Ripple partner, public company CGI, has partnered with 2 major Canadian banks, the Bank of Montreal and the National Bank of Canada, to help them accelerate their digital transformation via CGI Trade 360 transaction flow. So that includes automating the flow of proper documentation, and improving trade finance operations. So this has to do not so much with cross-border remittances, but trade finance operations. So I think that is important to pay attention to, considering that the world, the financial system, we're moving in a new direction. Cross-border remittances is just going to be a piece of this puzzle, but there's also going to be, this broader concept of the Internet of Value, blockchain solutions, DLT, distributed ledger technology. Ripple at the beginning was focusing on those cross-border payments, but we know more development has been occurring on the XRPL, and so this is just another example of where XRP could be beneficial. So trade finance, this is at the institutional level in collaboration with its tech partner Copend. CGI has improved the efficiency of CGI Trade 360 and made the processes related to trade and finance more effective in the past. Copend solution is based on the use of AI. At the Bank of Montreal, they believe the partnership with CGI will help it turn into a digitized global trade finance business. So, despite the fact that these are two Canadian banks, we are not even talking about cross-border remittances at this point in time. I feel like that challenge has already been complete. We already know Ripple is integrated with the Bank of Canada. There's a lot of documentation supporting that. And the Bank of Canada and the Bank of, or rather the Monetary Authority of Singapore, several months ago already trialed I think it was their Project Jasper, already trialed cross-border payments on RippleNet. So I would not be surprised if these banks were already integrated with as far as the cross-border remittance part goes. But now we're moving into trade finance. Now we're seeing Ripple partners CGI integrating with these two Canadian banks. So that's some great news. Wanted to thank Poochie1967 for pointing that out. Uh-oh, Gary. Wanted to bring you guys this from Tag here at Tag XRP on Twitter. Gary Gensler, did you guys know Gary Gensler was required by law to sign this required witness disclosure form prior to his July 2018 statement before the U.S. House of Representatives? Gary, I have no financial interest in any digital currency. So this was a disclosure agreement he had to sign before he was chair of the SEC. So he had to say, basically, he had no financial interest in any digital currency or any blockchain-related business. And Tag has discovered these documents here with Gary Gensler's name up here. That quote, that phrase listed down here, highlighted in this document. I mean, Gary Gensler's signature has been redacted. Nevertheless, it looks as though he did have to sign this document, which could spell trouble considering what we do know now regarding this SEC lawsuit if, the law comes down on Gensler, suggesting there was collusion and perhaps some inside dealings allowing Ethereum a pass while stifling the company Ripple and by extension depressing the price of XRP. Well, it's more evidence to suggest there could be. So I wanted to thank Tag here on Twitter for posting that. Another one here from Tag, 2018 House of Agricultural Committee. So just to kind of paint the picture for you, literally a picture left to right, we've got Amber Baldet of Clover and Zcash, Scott Kupor of Anderson Horowitz, Daniel Gorfine of the CFTC, the Honorable Gary Gensler of MIT at that time, he was at MIT, and Lowell Ness of Perkins Coie. How many words is this picture worth? So I think in this case that adage rings true. Gary Gensler here, Mr. Ness, Mr. Gorfine, a picture speaks 1,000 words. Wanted to thank Tag here on Twitter for posting that. On the heels of this, guys, from Stefan Hubert, both Grayscale Trust and Coinbase only listed XRP because they had regulatory clearance from the SEC. I just did a video yesterday, guys, and if you did not catch it, I think we caught Jay Clayton signing off that XRP was not a security way back in 2018. I'll link that video up here if you guys didn't catch it. And Stefan Hubert is bringing this to our attention. Why, of all things, would Grayscale include XRP in the trust alongside Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum? I did a video on this back in the summer, but I think, today it is appropriate to bring this up again. Stefan Hubert saying, because the SEC gave their okay for years, see this older tweet. And so this was Stefan Hubert's very own tweet with the Grayscale Trust. So I did talk a little bit in yesterday's video about that Grayscale Trust and how they indeed accepted it. They were allowed to accept it in their cryptocurrency fund, and they would have only been allowed to do this if XRP was not a security. And so they did do it. Of course, these companies, they have a team of lawyers, these big financial companies, and so they would not have done this without doing their due diligence. My thought, Stefan's thought, what do you guys think? Corruption I think we're way past that by now. And some more news, guys. I wanted to mention this. Now, I showed another clip of Brad Garlinghouse's interview with Charles Gasparino on Fox Business yesterday. It was only a short little clip, but I wanted to bring you guys another clip here. Another clip from that same interview. Brad Garlinghouse talking settlement again, and listen what he has to say about the XRP token.
Out his suit in the context of what's going on with the Bitcoin ETF and what the SEC is doing in terms of regulation. Listen to what he had to say.
I think it has had a stifling effect here in the U.S. Hopefully when we get to the end of this, there'll be certainty and clarity, and frankly, it could be a very positive thing for the XRP ecosystem and community that it's the one crypto where there is clarity and it is certain.
Do you see a settlement of your case in the works?
Look, I would love to spend less time on this and be able to move forward. You know, the one thing that Ripple cares about more than anything, and really for the whole XRP ecosystem, is that there's clarity going forward that XRP is not a security. If that's not in the cards in a settlement, then there's nothing to settle.
And I'm gonna leave it there. Don't know if you guys caught that quote, though, right at the beginning where Brad Garlinghouse said this.
It has had a stifling effect here in the U.S. Hopefully when we get to the end of this, there'll be certainty and clarity, and frankly, it could be a very positive thing for the XRP ecosystem and community that it's the one crypto where there is clarity and it is certain.
Do you see
the one crypto where there is clarity and it is certain? Now, I think this goes to a theory that I was talking about just a few days ago. This idea that, okay, we've got the Bitcoin bull run, we've got Bitcoin potentially reaching new highs, we have, the assumed altcoin market to follow, and I know some people are saying, yeah, but what if XRP misses the bull run? Well, have you guys thought of this? What if XRP actually keeps the bull run going? Let's say everything plays out as it should. Bitcoin reaches new highs, Bitcoin corrects, money moves into altcoins then rally, then altcoins collapse. But what if, at that point, altcoins collapse and XRP gets the clarity it needs? I don't know when that's going to happen, but let's assume somewhere near the end of December, early January, somewhere in and around here. So what we would see is Bitcoin rally, then altcoins rally. Don't know how high XRP would go without clarity. I mean, we're hoping it's still going to hit that $10 to $15 price range. Then the alt season is over, alts collapse. We get clarity from the SEC lawsuit. Then what happens next? Boom! Dynamite, baby! An XRP price appreciation beyond what we could ever believe. If XRP gets that clarity, and you've even heard it from Brad Garlinghouse, it could bode well for the XRP cryptocurrency if that particular cryptocurrency gets the clarity it needs. Could we get closer to 20, 30, 40, heck, maybe even $50 per XRP if we do get this clarity, if we know for certain that XRP is free and clear legally to be used for financial businesses in the United States? What would that mean for XLM? Would XLM need to go through its own lawsuit, or would that, maybe give XLM a bit of a boost as well, considering these two cryptocurrencies are very similar? These are all very interesting questions we must ask ourselves, guys. And, since this is uncharted territories for cryptocurrency, this is going to be a landmark event. But, Brad Garlinghouse sounded confident if XRP gets that clarity. And the other thing he said in this clip is that Ripple is not bending over. They are not going to settle unless XRP has that clarity. That sounds great to me, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.